Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. On this 09.08.2025, current time is 06:15 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. This Monday morning, we are starting a new week. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I am Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble, as well as at Fireman Rich over there on X. That's my mainstay for where I post. Majority of things that I post, actually everything I post online, it's going to be there. There's other places I do post. Just Google at Fireman Rich, and you'll see where I'm at on all these fine social media platforms. And I did post this up early when we got started. Double just, hey, thought your sound was gone. A good start. Well, I had some cable or some plugs I had, some cords I had to plug in there for the Surface 3 and the older than dirt iPad Mini here that I'm using. I don't want the battery to go out, and also, well, no, we got the laptop already. But good morning, Double J's. Glad to have you here from the undisclosed location in the Southern Hemisphere where you're at. I hope you're doing well. Glad to have you here, my friend. I hope you had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. I didn't live stream broadcast as much as I wanted to, but we did have a good weekend. Autumn is in the air, folks. Yes, autumn is in the air, and it's a little cool this morning, cooler than normal and stuff. But I was hot last night. I was warm when I was wearing this. That's because the Buffalo Bills won their opening game last night. We'll be talking about that. That's why I'm running just a tad late. I got up on time. I just decided to sleep in an extra 15, 20 minutes, and I didn't. I just laid there, and it's like, oh, okay, let's get up, make the coffee. Make the coffee. I push the button. The missus makes the coffee. It starts. That goes. What happened here? My earbuds are a little bit low. Yeah, they're down to 10%. So let me put these back in the charger here. These aren't gonna cut it. And I can go with a pair of earbuds. But we did watch the game last night. It was a very exciting game. Both teams did their best. And there was a mistake. One of the teams made a mistake. The other team capitalized, and Bills won. And that's it's happened to the Bills more than once as far as that goes. Good morning, Tina. Tina, our Jersey girl, is here. Good morning. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for being here. And as far as that goes, and let's see. Well, you're in the hospital. Well, yeah, you went in the hospital last week, so getting COVID, I'm not surprised. Just do what you have to do there. As far as we know a lot more about that than we do. And Double J saying hi, good morning to Tina on the Twitch side. We have a few people from Twitch here. We do have one person on Rumble, one person on local, nobody on YouTube yet, and nobody on Facebook. We do have two people over on X Live, and we are at Fireman Rich over on X Live. And Tina saying hi to Double J's as well. And let's check Kick. Kick, why? Just for kicks. That's why we're on Kick. Nobody on Kick as of yet. So there's usually one or two people that pop in there and stuff. But we're on 7 platforms. A network of 7 platforms here on Rumble Studios. And I do enjoy that as much as the only thing I enjoy more is a good cup of hot coffee that I have in hand right now. So we are off and running here, the start of a new week as we're working towards the weekend. And let's see, this is, okay, that's connected to that. So I should be able, if I need to listen to the audio, I got this here. Let's see. Let me see if this works here. But we did do We got a new broadcast. I've got a new broadcast on the on the um, on the channel here. Let me see something here that I started over the weekend. Is that going to go? Let's see. Oh, okay, it's up. Let me see. Let me see how the audio sounds. Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got good audio. Okay, I don't need them in my ear, but we. I just have to make sure. I can't be complacent to where I automatically assume the audio's there. A good broadcaster sees that the checks the audio. Excuse me, but we do. Yesterday, well, this weekend we were supposed to do Bell Kings Fantasy Football was supposed to start. Tony D, our good friend Tony D, my brother veteran and fellow broadcaster. Uh, we were going to have. He wanted to do it Saturday night, and I said, "Hey, no problem. I can do it Saturday night." And then he switched it up, saying he'll do it Sunday afternoon. And it's like, no, I'm busy Sunday afternoon. I'm watching football. As far as that goes, I'm not, and some other things and stuff like that. So let's see. Let's see. Double J's is saying to Tina, "Hope you get well soon. Hope it's not bad." Yeah, COVID. It depends. I think some people they get it and it's just like. Um, so Tina's here, so she's able to type and stuff like that. And Tina's saying, thanks to Double J's, I've never been so sick. Oh, okay, so you got it pretty bad. So just weather the storm there, Tina. And yeah, Double J says to Tina, it affects the first few days. You will be all right. Yeah, after the first couple of days. And okay, you said you kept on look. Yeah, if you don't see it on his X page, he decided. I guess he did broadcast. I got a notification of him broadcasting when the Buffalo Bills was on. So he said he was going to broadcast yesterday afternoon, and he said no problem, me not being there. And I figure him and Michael would have a broadcast, but he didn't. And yeah, Tony did the hip hop music thing. And as far as that goes last night. So he must have been busy. And like I said, I'm not. Yesterday morning, I knew he was at work because he actually, when I broadcast the new show, it's oh, what's going on? Good morning. We got an accident out on the highway. Yeah, I hear. I was laying there listening. Yeah, okay. I just woke up I heard some sirens and stuff, so I turned on the sirens. Right, right. Yeah, on the interstate here, they have a major accident. They're diverting traffic and stuff like that. So we do have a new broadcast, and it's posted. The thing is, this is this broadcast that I did yesterday. I will post the link up on Twitch or on X, True Social, Gitter, Locals, Parlor, Blue Skies, and Facebook, and my blog. Actually, I did the blog after I got done with the broadcast. It's a 1 hour broadcast, and let me go to my Twitch page so I can show you it. Or no, can I do it here? Let's see. No, let's go to the. It's on the Twitch page. It's a Rumble only, and there's a specific reason why it's a Rumble only. Let's see. What do we want to do? We want to shut this off here. Do that. Let's go to. Let's see. We'll go to Twitch. Oh, I lost the Twitch here. Let me get the Twitch back, or the X. I keep on calling it Twitch. It's X, folks. It's X. I'm over on X at Fireman Rich right out of the gate, and we're live over on X. And what the program is that I broadcast. It's something new, something I've had on the drawing board. I did do a while back something. I did the prequel. Sort of. It says "Let's Talk," and I didn't feel comfortable with that. Let's Talk because and that was going across all the network. This one is only going to be on Rumble. and there's a specific reason for that. Let me bring this up here. It's on my X page, and I will be promoting it because unlike here on the morning coffee and my audio posts, and I tried putting this up on, I might still try and put this up on the Spotify for creators. I get a little raw on this broadcast, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. And what it is it's at Fireman Rich. Hello, America. That's the new show, new live stream. I did an hour. I presented something like I think 5 or 6 articles, political in nature, folks. We try not to get too political here on the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live stream. And who do we have here? Prime Knuckles. Hey, how you doing, Prime Knuckles? Prime Knuckles. You've been here before because you're not a first-time chatter. Where have you been? How you been, Prime Knuckles? Glad to have you, Prime Knuckles. So no, I put it out on your desk.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this is the new broadcast up here, and there's Tony D. Good morning, Tony D. And he's and the missus says good morning, Tony. Tony D making his salute on from the YouTube, and positive start to the day. Hashtag positive start today. Hashtag PSTTD. Salute to you, my friend. And the missus, she says good morning. I know you're over on the Facebook. Let me check the Facebook. Oh, we had to bring that up. How come that didn't come up? Oh, I got to refresh it. So that's the new broadcast that I'm going to be doing. I don't know when I'm going to schedule it. It's going to probably be once a week or twice a week. Okay, there it is. Thank you, Tony, for the salute smiley. So I think this went real well yesterday. It's over on Rumble. Fireman Rich broadcasts over on Rumble. And as far as that goes, and Tony saying good morning to Tina, and or Tina saying good morning to Tony, Tony saying good morning to Tina, and Double J saying good morning to Tony also on the and good morning to not to forget Prime Knuckles. Everything's going good, Prime Knuckles. Thank you for asking. As far as that goes, great to have you here, Prime Knuckles. And Prime Knuckles. Let me check. Let's see. How come your bio's not coming up, Prime Knuckles? Let's see where you're at. Prime Knuckles. Ooh, nothing. Prime Knuckles. What the heck is going on there? That's weird. I'll have to check you out later here, Prime Knuckles. Let's see what's going on here. Let me check something here. Let's see something. All right, Prime Knuckles is in the house, I guess. Okay, glad to have you, Prime Knuckles. Well, it just your bio doesn't come up, Prime Knuckles. That's what I'm trying to look at here. Stuff your bio doesn't come up as far as that goes. Yeah. There's his bio. Oh, there's a bio. Okay, you've been on since 2015. Okay, okay, bio. It's just the internet and stuff like that. You've been here because you didn't come up as a first time chatter. So I just can't remember. You haven't been on in a while and stuff like that. So good to have you here, and I hope you're doing well wherever you're at and stuff like that. He does have a bio. Tina. Oh, sweet. I haven't used Twitch for a long time, and I just reinstalled it. Oh, okay. No problem. No problem. Glad to have you here. So this is the new show, so it's over on Rumble. The link is over there on on X at Fireman Rich. So check that out as far as that goes, and you'll see that. Um, what is it? Let's see. Let's see if I can put that up here. Let's see what's. Yeah, there it is, right in the corner there. Follow me at Fireman Rich and at Fireman Rich on X, and you can hit that link to go to my to go to the page there on Fireman Rich broadcast. And the reason this is going to be Rumble only is because it is political in nature as far as that goes. Okay, and I don't like to get too political here, but over there I talk about current some of the current events that are happening. Um, let's see. Let's see some of the things that we did talk about on that broadcast. Let me see. Let me bring up my outline that I had on it. So it's Hello America. I think it's a pretty good program. We talked about the Democratic Party losing registration people, as far as they're imploding in a manner sense. So I go a little bit in depth on what my take is on that. There's an article I read. And then we talked about the Russians' massive airstrike that happened this weekend, and how I feel about the Ukraine war. And then there seems to be a troll that was trolling J.D. Vance, the vice president. And so I talked about that. And then we had I made some commentary about the Elizabeth Warren-looking lady that took a baseball from a child. That it was his birthday, but the child made out pretty good as far as that goes. So I talked about that. It's subjects that I will not go into detail here because we have a very active chat, and it gives me an opportunity to express my opinion. I think you guys that have seen me and been with me for a while, you know where my chips lie. I'm and I can proudly say I'm a Republican conservative. Okay, I look at things through that lens, and primarily it's because of where I've been and how I grew up. Spending 20 years in the United States Air Force, I'm going to be very, very pro United States. I love my country. I can say that here without any reservation. There's some subjects, though, because of the political climate and because of individuals always wanting to have a debate and debate and argument. I don't go there. I'll just go. So this gives me an opportunity, and I really enjoyed the hour I was on there because I can let loose a little bit. I can tell you how I really feel about certain things. Sometimes here, because we're broadcasting into Twitch, we're broadcasting in YouTube, they get a little finicky. So I don't want to get into. I'm not going to compromise my position on broadcasting on into those. I'm not compromising my values or my core values. I will never do that. But so Rumble gives me an opportunity to express myself a little bit better as far as that goes. And we have. Let's see. We got. Let's see. Double J says political in nature. That's I think and I think Double J's. You hear the subject. It's stuff that you don't hear normally in the news and stuff, but it's stuff that perks my interest, and I want to make an opinion of it. So that's a good. And Rumble gives me the opportunity to where I know I'm safe in saying that. So if you want to watch it, you can watch it. If you don't, that's your choice. Okay, that's one thing. You do have a choice in that matter as far as that goes. Captain Rehab. Good morning, Captain Rehab. And Tina, and she says good morning. He says good morning to the missus. The missus says good morning back. And we got BFB. Good morning on the YouTube side. Thank you for being here. And good morning to my nephew. Tina says to Captain Rehab. Of course, Captain Rehab said good morning, and to the missus, thank you. And he's saying good morning to Tina. And Double J says, I have a love-hate relation with my country, mostly because I never grew up there and there were so many things you want. Yeah, that's the case. I can't, I don't, I can understand that, Double J's, okay? Because you give a great insight, and I really respect that. Okay, I can tell you that, face straight up, I really respect that because I've never been to India, so your perspective, because it is your country, you didn't grow up there, um, but you still are. That's still your home country, as far as that goes. So I do appreciate that. This gives me a chance to express my love for this country, but tell you the things that are wrong on the on Hello America. So I like that name, Hello America, because I love this country, the United States of America. And I've had some concerns over the years, and I think this will be a good outlet for me. It's only on Rumble, folks. Okay, so you want to check it out? Go ahead and check it out. I appreciate that. If you don't, because and if you lean more liberal and democratic, you're not going to like it because I'm going to be very critical and open minded. I'm going to agree to disagree. I'm not going to call somebody the N word over there, and it's not the other N word. There's two N words in my vocabulary that I don't say as far as that goes. And Tina says, I will listen. Probably no, but probably no opinion. Okay, but it gives you an insight, and it might be there's some subject matter. The one about the baseball thing is interesting because this lady is totally in the wrong. It's something that I know Captain Rehab saw that this weekend. It was a Phillies game there, but the Philly player that made the home run, he met with the kid afterwards, so it was a good story ending. And every that lady, she's like that guy at the U.S. Open that stole the hat from the child there and stuff like that. And Captain Rehab says, yeah. So and I listen to many. Yeah, but those are little soapbox. This is the big soapbox, Tina. This is the big stage on Rumble, okay, for Hello America. I opened it up a little bit more, and I'm not going to be derogatory. I'll be respectful, but I'll tell it like it is on how I feel. Um, I have friends that are Democrats, and I have friends that are Republicans that don't really care what's going on, stuff like that. But I get to the point where if I just agree to disagree with them, and as far as that goes, and um, I love listening to Richard go off on his. I'm not. I don't. I try. I'm not going to do the go off bit. I'm going to keep it respectful and funny and upbeat and stuff like that. I think the missus gave me a thumbs up in his manner of speak because she was listening. I said I didn't get too derogatory. I said no, you did good. You got your opinion over it. So, and see, Captain Rehab, that woman is a school administrator and sick. Yeah, she. When I saw that video, Captain Rehab, I was like, that is one sick puppy right there. The kid's birthday. It was anybody's ball. I mean, anybody knows anything about baseball and what the rules are. It was in an open area. The father was able to snag it before the Elizabeth Warren looking lady took it. And that's what somebody told me. Look, she looks like Elizabeth Warren. It's like, oh wow, she does. So she got booed, I guess, right away. So as far as that goes, so I'm very happy on as far as that. So I'm just going to look at it. I might do it a Tuesday and Thursday night or something like that. I might throw it out there on a Friday and Saturday night and stuff like that. Just when I feel, and I got to have some articles. So if I get like 5 articles, I'll pop up on it for an hour and stuff like that to go over it because I think the stuff that I went over was very pertinent to what I wanted to talk about. And what happened here? Let's see. Yeah, Hello America. Okay, there it is. Yeah. So this one article. It was a New York Times article talking about the state of the Democratic Party. Of course, I get a little more in depth about the Ukraine Russian war, and then there was an article. I was it just 4 articles. We went for an hour with 4 articles, so I think that was good. And let's see, Captain Rehab talking about the lady there that for the baseball, she went and yelled at someone else after that as well. She has apparently also done the same thing at other baseball games. Oh, there's a history. Ooh, Captain Rehab with the rest of the story. Okay, this is different. You bringing in the rest of the story. That's good. That's interesting. She's a hated woman. I hate saying hate, but I dislike her to the core. I mean, you don't do that to a kid at a baseball game. I mean, she didn't want she was just yelling, 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 and she wanted that baseball back no matter what. So, I mean, come on, you know, she calls herself a Phillies fan, and the kid is a Phillies fan. Give it to the kid for Christ's sakes. Oh my God. So, I get my take on that as far as talking about it and stuff. I thought that was an interesting sports related story, I guess you could say. So so that's enough about that. Hello America. Just look for the link in at Fireman Rich, and I'll probably be fitting it in somewhere on a regular basis and stuff like that. Maybe a Friday or Saturday, because then the news piles up there and stuff like that. And she works at a school with kids. Six, yeah, I would agree with that. I would totally agree with that. If she's working with kids, whoever is her boss should look at that and say, you know what? I don't think so, and not anymore. You know, it's just like she definitely has some anger issues. Um, yeah, it might be related. Yeah, yeah, okay. That's a good comparison. It's a very good comparison, Captain Rehab. For you folks that don't are just watching, and I known Captain Rehab for quite some time from the Haps days, and there was an individual there that we both know, along with several other ones. I make no bones here; they're flaming blowhards and stuff like that. And this one particular person he's talking about, I won't mention her name. There's no sense. It's just like, but I would agree that this individual had some issues, and I just don't deal with people like that. As far as that goes, they're just yelling and screaming. They think they're right, and they don't want to hear. It's just sort of like that person that took the baseball from the kid. She didn't want to hear about the father. She just kept on yelling and yelling until she got what she wanted, and that was that baseball. And she was totally wrong, in my opinion. Okay, that's one of the things I say on Hello America. It's my opinion. Okay, so and and I also want to say that Rumble gives me an opportunity to speak my opinion, because they respect the First Amendment rights more so than I think some other platforms, Twitch and sometimes YouTube. I didn't say that, but I did. But anyway, I do like Rumble, as you all know, and so I there was an opportunity. Tony wasn't broadcasting that morning, and I just was sitting here like this, and it's like, you know what? Let's go ahead and go with that broadcast. Let's go ahead and do it, and I'm glad I did. And so if okay, enough about that. We're getting our week started, a new week as we're working towards the weekend, folks. And again, I hope everybody had a great weekend. It is fall like. We got fog out there. We have an accident out on the highway here. They've got it closed off and diverted as far as that goes. And so the weather, I think there was an advisory. A weather advisory concerning the fog. You can see the fog, really. There's the fog right there, and it's rolling in here. So, but our current temperature, as I speak, and we actually dropped 2 degrees. That's because the fog's moving in. Before I started, it was 47, but now it's 45. 45 degrees. Um, let's see, 45 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 7 degrees Celsius. So fall's coming. Fall's coming. This tree, as you can see right here, this bush, I forgot to say, it was last weekend. I ended up trimming it. Finally, I got around to it. It looks a lot better. It's butchered a little bit and stuff like that, um, but it doesn't have the jaunting limbs there and stuff like that. So, but it's cool this morning outside. It was cool. It was a nice weekend. It was a nice, pleasant weekend, and I hope it was nice and pleasant for you all. Um, let's see. Welcome to the broadcast. The broadcast and other viewers can see that you've joined. Okay, we got 4 people. I've got X live on the tablet here, so I can see your comments. Okay, X live, and let's see. We're going to have as our weather going to be sunny to partly cloudy, high around 70 degrees, winds light and variable as far as that goes, and the sun rose this morning. Or rose this morning at 6:39. That was about 6 minutes ago. 6:39 a.m. the sun rose, and the sun will be setting later today at 7:29 p.m. Our world times and temperatures as I speak. In Honolulu, Hawaii at 12:45 a.m. It's raining in Honolulu, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Phoenix, Arizona at 3:46 a.m. Currently, clear skies, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. In the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, 5:46 a.m. Currently there, clear skies, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Down in the jungle, the concrete jungle of New York City, sunny and clear at 6:46 a.m. It's 6:46 a.m. here in southern tier of upstate New York also. But down in the city, it's sunny and clear and 59 degrees Fahrenheit. And Tina is letting us know that down there in central Jersey, New Jersey, it's 73 degrees Fahrenheit or for a high, and then the low is going to be 55 degrees Fahrenheit. So, and cloudy down there in central New Jersey. And we're glad to have Tina here, who's not, is back in the hospital, and now sick with COVID. So get well, Tina. Get well. Just weather the storm, I guess, with the COVID. That's all you can do as far as that goes. Try and get lots of sleeps and then sleep through the sickness, I guess. Tony D is letting us know that down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. Okay, where's his comment there on the Twitch side? That it's 69 degrees Fahrenheit down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. 82 for the high, 68 for the low, and mostly cloudy down there in Georgia, the Peach State. And let's see, going across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, we have in London, England, at 11:47 a.m., sunny and clear, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italia, 12:47 p.m. Mangia. They're finishing up lunchtime in Milan at 12:48. It just changed, 12:48 p.m. It's cloudy skies with some sun peeking through, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And Double J's home country of India, in New Delhi, India, at 4:18 p.m. It's cloudy skies with a little sun, 91 degrees Fahrenheit, a warm 91. Down on the coast in Mumbai, same time at 4:18 p.m. in Mumbai, India. It's sunny there also, or cloudy with a little sun peeking through, and 82 degrees Fahrenheit. In Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, at 6:43 p.m. Or no, 6:48 p.m. Use your bifocals, Rich. Yeah, 6:48 p.m. in Kuala Lumpur. 88 degrees Fahrenheit, sunny and clear. In Tokyo, Japan, at 7:48 p.m. in their evening, cloudy skies in Tokyo, and it's 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under on the great continent, great of Australia, great country of Australia, and great friends and allies to the United States, Australia is in Melbourne at 8:49 p.m. in their evening, raining in Melbourne, 83 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Sydney, Australia, at 8:49 p.m. also, clear skies, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are world times and temperatures as I speak. We do have a thought for the day. Our thought for today comes from a gentleman, and I've read his book. I read one of his books a while back when I first went into service. A good man. He's an American author, Norman Vincent Peale. Norman Vincent Peale was an American Protestant clergyman and an author of his best known for popularizing the concept of positive thinking, especially his best selling book. And this is the book I read, The Power of Positive Thinking. It's a very good book. Very good book. So he passed away in Pauling, New York, back in 1993. His quote and our thought for the day. He's always got good quotes. This gentleman is a scholar on quotes and stuff. And our thought for the day and a quote from Norman Vince Peale goes as follows: Believe in yourself. Have faith in your abilities. Without a humble but reasonable confidence in your own power, you cannot succeed or be happy. Let me read that again. Believe in yourself. Have faith in your abilities. Without a humble, reasonable confidence in your own powers, you cannot be successful or happy. Confidence. Key word in that quote. Key word. And basically, the meaning of that quote: it should be honest, rooted in reality, and balanced with humility, not arrogance. Don't be arrogant. And that's what I was trying to explain as far as this new show. I don't want to be arrogant, but I'm going to get my point across. I'm going to be passionate about it. I don't want to be arrogant. When you're talking to somebody and all of a sudden they become arrogant, it's a one-sided discussion. It's a non, it's just like, I don't really care for arrogant people. Sometimes it's good to have an arrogant person, but I tell you, overall, it just turns me off. You can't have a discussion of reason, and if you do have a person that doesn't agree with you, you just agree that you disagree, and then you find something you can agree with, as far as sports or what's going on in this community and stuff like that. A lot of people don't realize that we have more in common than we do in disagreement and stuff like that. It's just that some people they want to hold on to that disagreement because it's rooted in power. As far as that goes, they can't come to terms. And in some cases, in my opinion, they have some issues. As Captain Rehab and myself know that the particular person that he mentioned in the comments on Twitch, which I won't, that's an example of a person having some issues. I have my own issues. If I have issues going on, I won't be here and stuff like that because I'm trying to deal with them. Some people, they have their issues, but they don't deal with them as far as accordingly. So there's our quote and our thought for the day from Vincent Peale. We appreciate that, sir. And we say God bless and Godspeed. Our National Day, I forgot to bring that tab up, National Day. Oh, let me see. I got to catch up on the comments here. Let's see what we got for get off on a tangent here and stuff like that. And Tina says, yes, she's read the book. Okay. You read that one too? Good. Okay. And then Double J says powerful. Yes, it is a very powerful quote, Double J's. It is a powerful quote. And all his quotes are pretty powerful. He's a good man. Good man. I read his book once. And it had an impact. I was younger then. I was just getting into the service, and it put a positive spin on things as far as that goes. And Captain Recep says there's a difference between arrogance and I agree with that, Captain Rehab. Yes, yeah, arrogance goes a little beyond confidence. Arrogance is just is the imitation confidence, I guess you could say. So I agree with that. Deplorable. Good morning, Patriots. He says with the flags. Love the flags, my friend. Love the flags. Let them fly. And I hope you're doing well. It's foggy here, so I'm sure it's really foggy out your way there in northwestern Pennsylvania. There, just across the border from Olean, Pennsylvania. And Olean, that's where St. Bonaventure's is at out there. Great university as far as that goes. So glad to have you here. Hope you had a good weekend. And let's see. So our national day. Let me see. What do we got on the docket here? National day for today. We have National Boss Employee Exchange Day. Oh, okay. Maybe this is where that ladies that took the baseball boss can sit down. It's a good day. Today's National Boss Employee Exchange Day. Exchange. The boss should exchange his views that she needs to clean up her act and stuff. Let's see. National Pediatrician something else Nurse Day. We'll just call it National Nurse Day. Pediatric hematology and oncology, whatever those are, Nurse Day. Okay. This is the one I'm going to go with because I can remember my mother letting me, after everybody went to sleep, I was able to get up and watch this program as far as that goes. Deplorable says cold here at 36. Okay, we got a cool 45 degrees our way, so you are colder. And as far as that goes, and let's see, Captain Rehab says, "Oh, perfect! I have a verbal exchange with my boss today on all the issues I is concerned." Well, that's what I'm showing on my in the queue here, Captain Rehab, that it's National Boss Employee Exchange Day. So that works for you. I'm going to go with Star Trek Day. Today is Star Trek Day. Fans across the globe celebrate Star Trek Day on September 8th to remember the timeless legacy Star Trek has made on society and pop culture. And like I said, I was like, I think I was probably 10 or 11. And I used to go to bed at I used to go to bed at like 7:30, 8 o'clock every night when I was a kid that age. That's what time we went to bed. So we went to school, we got out, we played hard, and then we went to bed. But Star Trek came on NBC, and I asked my mom, "Can I come out and watch it?" And she said yes. And Star Trek was just like, wow, because it was on late. It was on at 9 o'clock. That was late for me back in the day. Hashtag Star Trek Day. On September 8th, 1966, a television series pilot known as Star Trek was introduced on American television. So in 66, I was 7 or 8 then. I was 8 or 9. Yeah. On September September 8th, 1966, a television series pilot called Star Trek was introduced on American television, aiming for adult audiences. This was the first time science fiction series would explore morality through scientific narratives. Most movies or TV shows would contain science, but would often create conflict of suffering and injustice to solve the problem. However, Star Trek was different. The series would put actors in the forefront, making scientific arguments while providing peaceful solutions to problems without using violence. What was the first episode of Star Trek? In a galaxy far, far away, The Man Trapped aired as the pilot episode of Star Trek, the original series. Creator Gene Roddenberry. So today is Star Trek Day, as far as that goes. For Captain Rehab, it's National Boss Employee Day, as far as that goes. And Tina says she's a fan. I've been a fan. Some of the spin-offs and series, they weren't all that great. Voyager, I liked. It was okay. Deep Space Nine, that was okay. The ones right now are pretty good. The updated ones, and as far as that goes, and Tina says she was 12. Okay, you 12 back then in '66. a young 12 years old. But it was always that series was the talk in grade school and stuff like that. I like all the originals. Yeah, the originals are good, but it's funny how you look at the originals, how square everything was, and not as technical as the new current updated ones. So I am a Star Trek fan. As far as live long and prosper on Star Trek Day, there we go. I could do it. I could still do it. Live long and prosper. Okay, there's our national day. Tomorrow we'll be seeing that we're just finishing. We finished up the first week of September, and tomorrow will be. It's been 2 weeks since we did a Mixcloud broadcast over there on Mixcloud, the Tioga Radio Show. So I'll be doing that tomorrow, and yeah, we did one on August 26th. So it's been 2 weeks. We'll be doing, that's where I present a list of 8 songs, and I post it up there on X at Fireman Rich again. Again, that's at Fireman Rich on X, right there in the lower corner, where I'm a social media observer, social media enthusiast, right there at Fireman Rich on X, what used to be called Twitter. So I'll be posting that tomorrow, usually around 8 o'clock or so, or a little before maybe, or a little after, right around there. Post on X and have fun. I've been saying that for years. So go ahead and check me out over there tomorrow. And there's a lot of good episodes over there. It's the newer. The link will go to my second channel there on Mixcloud, because I can present 10. Now you can only present up to 10. I don't want the original channel. There's a link in the current channel I'm on that goes to the original 212 episodes. I'm not putting them in mothballs. I'm leaving them up there as far as that goes. It's a lot of good rock and roll music, and there's a lot of good genres on Mixcloud. I've been on Mixcloud for a number of years. It's a good platform. Our good friend Tony D uses it for the hip hop music and rap music there that he presents. And actually, I got a notification there that he's been on there. So yeah, let's see. Yep, Mixcloud Pub. And let's see. Yep, he's got Tony's over there. What's his handle over there? That's Tony D. Tony Space D is over on Mixcloud also. Give him a good plug there. So and Captain Resab says I defeated the mayor council in fantasy. Oh, the fantasy football. Okay. Yeah, fantasy football is going. I'm sure Tony D will have his show next week, next Sunday, as far as that goes. Just a little conflict and stuff like that. I know Michael was on. Was it Saturday? I got his picks Saturday. He did DM me and stuff like that. We'll go over the picks when we get to the football and stuff like that. We're going to be doing 100 years ago. Let me bring that up as far as that goes. 100 years ago from Fox 40. Full disclosure, I have no association with Fox 40 News, but we do like presenting 100 years ago to give you an idea what it was like as far as that goes. Canadian man, yeah. I got you. Oh, after rehab, you are so funny. Yeah. You know I'm not going to post that. It's like you're talking about Michael there, huh? Yeah, he made his picks. He made some pretty good picks. As far as, like I said, we'll go over that in football here a little bit and stuff. I have a rough tally up to total. We had some good football games. The one last night was fantastic. I just thank God Henry fumbled the ball. My God, I saw that. I was like, oh, there's still hope. There's still hope. And they were able to win it out. And that was a good victory for the Buffalo Bills last night. Okay, let's see. 100 years ago. Let's get back on point here, Rich. Let's get back on point. I disagree. because anything can happen in any moment of the game, Captain Rehab. You know that. And if the other team screws up and you're able to take advantage, that's part of the game. Okay, there's no luck involved. Now maybe there might be a little bit of luck. You can say that about any team, though, if you want to go there and stuff like that. But teams are going to screw up. But if you can take advantage of that, it's not luck. You're presenting your skills. Yeah, it would have been over. Yes, I agree with that totally because he was monstrous. I'm looking when he first those first two runs. It's like, holy crap, he is scary, man. And and then that's what I think that was clear. I was surprised, like, whoa, the football gods want something else. So you could say it's part of luck. It's like it's just certain circumstances. You got people banging into each other and stuff like that. So that made it. I think both teams respect each other, though. I think they respect each other. Okay, let's get to 100 years ago here. And on Fox 40, there she is. And see what this is as of September 5th, which is last Friday. That gives an idea of what's going on, what went on 100 years ago here in the southern tier of upstate New York, and what the current news was. So here we go.
And tonight we continue our segment on sharing some of Broome County's past. Delivering that news for us now is Broome County historian Roger Luther, brought to you by UHS.
100 years ago today, Binghamton, beautiful Binghamton, is a line from a brand new song written by local architect Lester Cayley. The music is printed in today's newspaper along with a suggestion that readers clip it out so they can join in a mass singing at the Memorial Bridge dedication on Monday. An old one-seated sleigh used by Binghamton founder Joshua Whitney in 1799 will be featured on the Rotary Club float in the anniversary parade on Monday. First annual golf tournament for the Vestal Hills Country Club will be held on the links Monday morning. And finally, a letter to the editor complains that current style of women's dress is becoming indecent and should not be allowed on the streets or in public places. The letter is signed a Binghamton mother. And that was the news, September 5th, 1925.
What was wrong with the dress? It was above the ankles. Was it above the ankles? That's something. And they were worried about the dress of women back in the day. It's like I want to go back to the beginning there of it. Was that we love revealing dresses that men needs to be exactly exiled into Timbuktu. Yeah, Captain Rehab. Yeah. But the Big and Beautiful song, that's something. Binghamton 100 years ago was celebrating the 125th anniversary. And they had a float there that featured a one-seated sled used back in 1799. I wonder if that sled is still around. It's probably in a museum somewhere. But they were dedicating the Memorial Bridge. That bridge still stands here in Binghamton, in Broome County there. And then the first annual golf tournament at Vestal Hills Country Club. They're still in it. They're still around. Let me see. When do they? Let me make sure. Just to make sure. Let me plug in Google Vestal Hills. Yep, Vestal Hill Club. It's at Webb Road, Binghamton, New York, and so they're still around. Okay, Tina. See you later. And okay, Tina. Same with you. Hope you. Oh, we got a problem here. Must be a room administrator. Okay, we got to we're going to go ahead and reset before we go on a break here. But just finishing out there, Binghamton today is 225 years ago. I guess they celebrated the parade 100 years ago, and that was at 125th anniversary. So today is Binghamton's 225th anniversary. And but the one about the editor complaint, letter to the editor complaining about the current style of women dressing. Women dresses were very long back then. So did it come up above the knee? I don't think it didn't come above the knees for women until what, the 50s maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's see. We got that. Okay, there's the verbiage and stuff. Okay, so what are we doing here? Okay. Oh wow. Let's see. I got to bring this back here. Let's bring it to that. Can I do it on that one? Okay, there we go. Okay, we're gonna reset here. Let me see something here. No, it says I got to be an administrator. Okay, we're gonna reset here. Okay, there I am at the computer desk. Okay. Okay, there we are. Okay, now we can reset. Okay, let's do a reset. And we got to sign back in. And we're going to enter. And we're back in. So let's see. We're back. Okay, so that works. Okay, we're back. Okay, that gets a little bit quicker now. I've been doing it so many times. So, all right, but that only went out to Twitch and Rumble. Let's see if it goes out to the YouTube. It should bring up my YouTube. Just checking the YouTube here on the on the on the laptop over here on the side. Let's see. Do we got audio? Okay, yeah, we got audio there. Okay, so we got good audio. In other history here, to finish that out, it was 59 years ago today, the first episode of Star Trek aired. So that's why it's Star Trek Day. And let's see, put this back on comments. Okay. Okay, there's the YouTube one. Okay, the YouTube just is a delay on getting there. Okay. Okay, and so 59 years ago, and I think it aired on NBC if I recall. And put this back on Twitch here. Okay, so we're squared away, and so that's why it's Star Trek Day today, because it was 59 years ago. Star Trek was aired. Space, the Final Frontier, and the USS Enterprise began its 3-year mission of exploration on TV screens across America. The science fiction television show created by Gene Roddenberry was set in the 23rd century and starred William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy. Was NBC. The NBC show has since spawned multiple TV series as well as comics, toys, and movies. Some of the movies are pretty good. Other things that happened in the history, it was in 1504, Michelangelo, his creation of David was unveiled in Florence in 1504. I've been to Florence. Florence is a nice town and a nice city in Italy. Peter Sellers, back in the English actor and comedian, known for his portrayal of the bumbling Inspector Clouseau in the Pink Panther films and Oscar-nominated performance of Doctor Strangelove, and being there was born. So happy birthday! He passed away in 1980, but God bless him and Godspeed. Um, and The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway, a great author, was published back in 1952 on this day. And on this day in 1991, the Republic of Macedonia became an independent country from Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia sort of dissolved. I drove down the coast of Yugoslavia when I was over in Italy for the first time, and it's a nice area across the Adriatic from Italy. And drove all the way down. I entered in Trieste. We drove all the way down the coast to Dubrovnik. Love the city of Dubrovnik. It's fantastic. That's a castle type city as far as that goes. And also in history on this day, as I'm waiting for my Surface 3 slower than dirt. How are we doing on the sound here? Let's see. How are we doing on sound? Oh, we're doing okay. Okay, sound is good. Always have to check the sound. It's very important as a broadcaster to check the sound and stuff like that. So, okay, let's see what we got here. On September 8th, 1974, 1 month after taking office, President Gerald R. Ford. I met President Gerald R. Ford. I had the honor of talking to him for close to 30 plus minutes back in, I think it was 81, maybe summer of 81, at Hanscom Air Force Base. And I know the people that have been watching me for a while, I always bring it up. I actually shook the hand of a president. He wasn't the sitting president. Who was the president then? I think it was Ronald Reagan still the president? But it was back on September 8th, President Gerald R. Ford, in September 8th, 1974, granted a full, free, and absolute pardon to former President Richard M. Nixon from any crimes committed during the presidency. And I guess there's been a bill, a president can't commit any crimes while he's in office or something like that. So, what happened? I thought I plugged that in. Oh, there it is. Okay, it got plugged in. I didn't plug it in all the way. Oh, wow. Oh, let me bring this back up here on the main screen. For what's today? September 8th. So we're moving right along here. There it is. Okay. And let's see. Other things that happened. 1565, a Spanish expedition established the first permanent European settlement in North America at the present-day St. Augustine, Florida. In 1664, the Dutch surrendered New Amsterdam to the British, who renamed it New York City. And let's see. What else did we have here? In 1951, a peace treaty with Japan was signed by 49 nations in San Francisco. So I guess that was from World War II. It's sort of delayed. And in 2022, Queen Elizabeth II, who spent more than 7 decades on the British throne, passed away at the age of 96. Her 73-year-old son became King Charles III. I heard he's not that great of a king, folks. But God save the Queen. I like Queen Elizabeth. She was a good egg and stuff like that. She was. Let's see. Let's check Kick. Do we have anybody viewing on Kick? No, nobody on Kick. We do have 4 people on X Live as far as that goes. And you can, oh, you know what? I forgot to bring up, that's one of the things I forgot. I'm just looking at that right here. Brought up right here, X and Kick. That's the chain link. That's Kick, but you can see that we have one person on Rumble, 2 people on Locals, nobody on YouTube, 3 people on Twitch, and nobody on Facebook. I forgot to bring that up. Sorry about that. Always forgetting one thing. All right, we're going to go ahead and we've been on for about an hour. I got to get some more coffee here. I got to get some more coffee. Let's see. Will this work? I'm doing a Hal. I still have that over here. I'm a pack rat. I'm a pack rat with notes. Hal Massa does that on his broadcast. And okay, we're going to go ahead and take a break here. Excuse me. Clear my throat here. And we will be right back, folks. And so just hang in there, and we will be right back. Before we go, let me bring this up. We have Liberty in the house. Good morning, Liberty. Good morning, Patriots. And good morning to the missus from Liberty. Good morning, Liberty. There you go, Liberty. Thank you for being here. I hope everything's well up there in the Buffalo, Niagara area. Go Bills, right? Go Bills. Could you hear the Bills winning the game last night from where you're at? Oh, I will be right back, though, folks. Hang in there, Liberty. I will be right back. I got to go get some fresh coffee here, and we'll be right back as far as that goes, and continue with the show. What a game. Yes, what a game. That's what exactly right. What a game. All right, we'll be right back, and just hang in there for a couple minutes, and while I go refresh my coffee. And we're going to be going bubblegum ball. And we're back. Okay, we're back. Okay, that's on that. Okay, that's on microphone. Okay, we're back here on the Monday morning coffee for 09.08.2000. Oh, let's see. I got something feedback here. For 09.08.2025 at Rumble Video Broadcast. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on the broadcast. We're here on Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Facebook Live, X Live, and also Kick. Why Kick? Just for kicks, folks. Why not? And it's good to be here. We're, excuse me, we're going into our second part of our broadcast here on Rumble Studios. And I'm bringing up my Surface 3. One of the things I do with this broadcast, just to mention it, and I try mentioning it every broadcast, is that we do repurpose the audio over there on Spotify. I am on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, and it's primarily on the Spotify for Creators. The show yesterday that I did, the new show, the new broadcast live stream, Hello America, that's on Rumble only for you folks that are just joining now. The link is over at Fireman Rich, as far as that goes too. So you can check it out. The link is in there, and it has a flag as far. It's over there on X at Fireman Rich, and just to emphasize it, the stream thingy there says that. There it is, right there at Fireman Rich. But this is more of a static one right here. As far as that, follow me at Fireman Rich over there on X. That's my mainstay on these social media feeds. But I posted the link over there. It's an American flag, and it says "Hello America" at Fireman Rich with "Hello America," and I had fun being on there. And the reason it's Rumble only, real quick, is it's a lot of political in nature. I don't feel comfortable discussing strong political subjects on YouTube and Twitch. They just don't. It doesn't seem right. I like using Twitch and YouTube for gaming, and for a broadcast like this, it's sort of casual and stuff like that. Rumble allows me to go a little bit beyond that and to really give you my in a nice and presentable way. Hopefully, okay. I don't want to get arrogant, as the word that we were using earlier. I don't want to be an arrogant person on these things called the interwebs. And hey, Judge Shady, you're here. How you doing? Glad to have you, Judge Shady Court. Check out her. She's on YouTube. I checked out your YouTube last week there, Judge Shady, and check out her YouTube. Very interesting. I don't know if I subscribe to it. I got to check that out there, Judge Shady. Let me see. Let me check it out here. Let me get. I think I'm pretty sure I'm following you. Let's check her out, Judge Shady. Let me bring up her page here. Judge Shady. There it is. And Judge Shady, and addresses the YouTube mess for the jury decides who's guilty. I like that. Let me go ahead and bring up her page here. Let's see. Let's shut this down first. What do I want here? Let's see. Banners. We shut off banners. We'll go to present, and let's see. Present. I like your page, Judge Shady. I do like your page. It's a very nice page. Let's see. Let me go ahead and. Is that it? Oh, okay. There it is, right there, Judge Shady, and there we go. I just subscribed. It's official. I subscribed. I thought I did it last night, and she has some good content there, and as far as that go. Do you go live? When was the last time you went live? Oh, 3 days ago. Boys and men set to sing the national anthem at Cows. Okay. I have to check that one. I've subscribed to you now, so I'll be watching you on the follow-up and stuff like that. So good to have you here. I always like promoting and greatly appreciated. Judge Shady Court. So there we go. And greatly appreciate you being here. And I'm subscribed to you now. I thought I subscribed to you last week, but so there we have it. Judge Shady. Glad to have you here. Morning coffee. Yeah, we're on the morning coffee. There she is. She's over on YouTube. Check her out. And we're glad to have you here, Judge Shady. Hope you had a great weekend as far as that goes. So, okay, we're going to keep that off because we're going to go into the news things here. Okay. Let's see. I want that off. We do have our second cup of coffee. Oh, no, we're going to go into sports. That's right. Forget about sports. If Captain Rehab, if you're still there, well, we got 3 people. He's probably still there. Let's go over sports. We had some football yesterday. Okay. But let's see, going back to, let's get the other sports out of the way. First, Major League Baseball. Over the weekend, we had the, let's see. Let me get this back here to Friday. Friday is the 6th? No, that's Saturday. Friday was the 5th. Okay, so Friday we had the Mets beating the Cincinnati Red Sox 5-4. We had the Phillies beating the Marlins 9-3. I don't know. They were down in Florida there. That's where they had the baseball incident. I don't know if that was Friday or Saturday. I think it was Saturday. Let's see. The Yankees, did they play? They did not play. Yes, they did. They lost to the Blue Jays 7-1. So going into Saturday, the Phillies won against the Marlins, and I guess one of those 4-2. One of those runs was that home run, and the kid got a bat. And let's see, New York Mets lost to the Reds. That's not good, 3-6. And the Yankees, did they play? They did not play. They took off Saturday. And then yesterday, you had the Phillies losing to the Marlins, the Mets losing to the Reds, so they lost the series. And then you have the Yankees. I know they played. They don't take Sundays off. Where the hell are the Yankees? Oh, there they are. They beat the Blue Jays. So I guess they split. 4-3 they won. And for tonight, be the New York Mets and Phillies tonight, Captain Rehab. Go Mets, go. And let's see. Let's go ahead and do a refresh on that. And let's see. We have the Yankees playing. Nope. Phillies playing. Yep, they're playing the Mets. So we got that covered. For tomorrow night, Tuesday night, Mets and Phillies again, and Yankees will be hosting the Tigers. So we'll talk more about baseball on Wednesday morning coffee on Wednesday. We did have the U.S. Open. I guess the Spaniard won yesterday. Lost the first match to Sinner, but Alcazar, he's the U.S. Open, and for the women's singles, it was the American Anisimova lost to Sabat. She's the same girl that won the British Open, I guess. I can't pronounce her name. Okay, now to football. Football. Last Thursday, we had the Eagles beating the Cowboys in a good game there, 24-20. The Chiefs lost to the Chargers down in Brazil. All right, Chargers. And then let's see, we had the Dolphins losing to the Colts. I think I picked the Dolphins. The Steelers, Aaron Rodgers got 4 home runs. I guess he still has it. We'll see if it can last the whole season and stuff. But he's playing the Jets. Jets played a pretty good game, but they could have played better. They look pretty good, and they'll be interesting. But hats off to the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. I don't think I think he should retire after this year, though. If he has a good year, retire, my friend. He's the oldest quarterback in the NFL, active quarterback. Panthers and Jaguars. The Jaguars won. And Deplorable says, "Go Birds." Cardinals, they beat the Saints as far as that goes. And let's see. Deplorable says, "Go Birds." Yeah, there we go. Okay, and let's see. Cardinals won, so I picked the Cardinals. So that's a good. New York Giants and Commanders. Commanders had the Giants numbers. They won 21-6. Buccaneers beat the Falcons 23-20. The Dirty Birds, is that who you're talking about? And Liberty saying good morning to Deplorable on the Rumble. Thank you very much. Liberty saying good morning to Deplorable on the Rumble. They're both on Rumble, so we got Rumble rocking with two people, and that's Deplorable and Liberty. They're holding up and Deplorable saying good morning to Liberty and hope you're having a great day. Yeah, you both have a great day as far as that goes. So continuing on with the football. Let's see. The Dirty Birds, the Falcons, lost to the Buccaneers 23-20. Bengals and Browns, close one, 17-16. Browns almost won it, but they lost to the Bengals. Raiders beat the Patriots. I picked the Patriots 20-13. Seahawks, I picked the 49ers. They ended up winning 17-13. That was a close game. Broncos had no problem, 20-12 to take out the Denver or take out the Titans. Green Bay came through in Lambeau Field, beating the Lions 27-13. Texans couldn't get it done. The Rams beat them 14-9. And last night, the game of games, that's the main game that I wanted to watch. You had when are they going to go back to the Reds? I don't know, Liberty. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what transpires as far as that goes. As far as when they're going to go back to their original name, the Redskins, because I think the local Indian tribes, they don't really care. It's just, I'll say it's because it's on Rumble. It's that wokeness and stuff like that. But I don't know. We have a couple high school teams that have that name also, but they changed it. So I don't know. We'll see. And Deplorable, I love the heart, the Rumble heart there. And yes, Washington did look good, Deplorable. They did look good. They beating the Giants. Giants, they looked pretty good also. They looked pretty good. But the Bills, they ended up winning, and they won in fashion as far as that goes. And here was the let me go ahead and bring this up. This is from the Buffalo Bills on my X page. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Bring this up. This was the winning kick as far as that goes.
From 32 yards, straight air, made it, and the Bills open their final season in this stadium with a stunning comeback win.
There it was. That was the kick. Here, Henry, the running back for the Ravens, he fumbled. He does not fumble, folks. He was monstrous. He ripped off two runs at the beginning of the game that were scary, and but the Buffalo Bills were able to hang in there, and they prevailed. And And Deplorable says he camps on the reservation. The Indians love the reservation. Yeah, it's just some other entity there as far as that goes. And Deplorable says, what an ending. I was just like, holy crap, they won it. And they were able to line up the field goal and as far as that goes. And they ended up winning. And right there. Final score. Oh, we bring that back up. There it is. Final score. 40-41. The Bills win as far as that goes. And I'm a very happy person because of it. So it's just um, so they start off pretty good. I think it's probably last regular. I don't think they may have another home game there, but that stadium is. This is the last year they'll be playing in that stadium, and because the new stadium right next door, what used to be the parking lot, is going to be in use next year at the cost of New York State taxpayers. I pay my taxes paid for some of that stadium. I don't know if I agree with that, but I agree. Deplorable. What an ending! What an ending that was, as far as that goes. And we are Bills Mafia. Yes, Bills Mafia. But very happy for the Buffalo Bills. They played a great game. Baltimore, again, a great rivalry right there. They have great respect. They have great respect for each other, and uh, as far as that goes, and what happened there? That doesn't make sense. How come those comments are? Oh, okay. Those were the last comments on Twitch. Okay, I'm looking at comment. I'm getting my comments all mixed up here. So there we have it as far as for the sports and football. And then as far as the win losses, I ended up getting 8. We still have one more football game, but right now I'm 8 wins, 6 losses. We have Brian. He was 5 wins, 10 losses. Tina had 5 wins, 10 losses. Tony had 10 and 5 losses. Ted had 11 and 4 losses, and Captain Rehabs has 12 and 3 losses. But he's not the top. He's not top of the list this week. Somebody beat him out. CBS, Presco's picks, week 1 picks. He's actually 13 and 2. So he is. Let's see, who does he pick tonight? He's picking the Bears, and Captain Rehab is picking. Who's Captain Rehab picking? He's picking the Vikings. So that could determine Captain Rehab could tie as far as that goes. And Big Juice, Big Juice is in the house. Rich, week 1 was terrible. Browns blew it, of course. Rookie kicker. Yep, Browns. That was a close game. It was close as far as that goes. What's that? Week 1 was terrible. Browns blew it. Yeah, blew it off. Blew it, of course. Oh, okay, of course. Yeah, well, it's the start of the season. It's only game 1. There's what is it? 18 total games. So there's like 17 more games. So there's still a lot of football left. They look pretty good though, from what I saw in some replays there. Big Juice, glad to have you, Big Juice, coming in from Ohio, the Buckeye State. Glad to have you, and so we'll get some more football. I'll have a chart up with where the standings are, maybe Wednesday or Friday, but we'll be doing our picks. Just a reminder to those that we need picks in by Thursday. So Wednesday broadcast. I'm not going to remind you. I might remind you a little bit, but all right, let's go to Fox 40, see what's in the news in Fox 40. What do we have? Philip Manch hopes psychic fair. No, we don't want that one. Let's see. Anything? No, we got 100 years ago, but I didn't see. Let's see. Load more. Do we have anything over the weekend? Pancakes and sausage for breakfast? No. Probably either peanut butter toast or honey bunches of oats. There's nothing on Fox 40. We had 100 years ago, but I'm not seeing anything. No, nothing there. Okay, let's see. WEBO. What do we have on WEBO? Oh, talked about the porch fire, so we don't have to talk about that. Let's see on WEBO. No, nothing on WEBO, WENY or WNBF, 1290 News in Binghamton. And I'm not seeing any articles there either. Okay. WBNG. It's a quiet news weekend, I guess. Oh, here we go. We got something with the zoo. The Ross Park Zoo. I don't know. Okay, let's bring this one up here. Okay. They're talking about the red panda. It's animal of the month is a red panda, and they up at the Ross Park Zoo. I love talking about the Ross Park Zoo. They have the red pandas, and I've seen them. They're a great exhibit. They had I don't know what you call a bunch of baby red pandas, but let's go ahead and see what this one's about.
Welcome back to Around the Tears, everyone. Once a month, we partner up with the Ross Park Zoo to highlight one of their animals. It's now time for our segment and one of my favorite segments, Animal of the Month. Check it out. If you are an avid visitor of the Ross Park Zoo, you won't be surprised to find out what the most popular species is that they house. The Ross Park Zoo's very fluffy, very cute, and very red Chinese red pandas are this month's Animal of the Month. Education and Conservation Manager at the Ross Park Zoo, Kai Kakavari, explains why.
September is the month that we chose for our red pandas because it is International Red Panda Day on September 20th. That is supported through the Red Panda Network, which is the major organization that helps support their conservation globally, and that's who we work with in support of those conservation and community engagement work.
Highlighting the species during the month of September isn't the only way the zoo is contributing to supporting the species. The zoo also offers Wild Encounters, a unique experience that lets you and friends get to admire the wonderful species up close.
Red pandas are our animal ambassador here, and what that means is that we do wild encounters that people can pay to do, which means there's a cute little house back there, and we'll take you and 3 of your friends back there to go feed our red pandas and learn a bit more about them. You'll get a more individual experience with our specific red pandas.
Having a month and a day to highlight red pandas is especially important for the species because of the awareness it's capable of stirring up. Organizations like the Red Panda Network uses its resources to support the preservation of these animals not only through spreading awareness but facilitating economic support that diverges from the harmful practices that affect red panda populations. A major harmful practice that affects red pandas still to this day is the illegal pet trade.
They are wild animals, and so part of the issue is because they're so cute, people want to trade them. And that's part of also what the Red Panda Network does, is working with communities so that they find other ways to help support the habitats of these really important animals by engaging with the community and giving them other avenues of income, as well as income to support them rather than using them.
If you're interested in seeing these fantastic animals yourself, visit the Ross Park Zoo from Friday through Monday, 10 to 4 at 60 Morgan Road in Binghamton.
So there we have the red pandas in Ross Park Zoo. I've seen them. Yes, they are cute. They are cute. Deplorable. Let's see what we have. They're cute looking. Yes, they are. And Big Juice says, there you go, Rich. No, they're a wild animal, and they should be a wild animal. Big Juice. I've got cats. They look like a cat though, don't they? They look like a fat, big fat cat and stuff like that. They are. The picture doesn't do justice when you see them up close and personal. They look a little bit bigger in the picture than they actually are. But they have had babies and stuff like that, and they are a highlight of the Ross Park Zoo there in Binghamton. So, but today, this month is for the Ross Park Zoo is National Panda Month Day for the animals there, and so there we have it. The panda. I always like talking about the Ross Park Zoo. It's a great place. You can go through the Ross Park Zoo in like under 2.5 hours, as far as that goes. Tree kangaroos are the cutest animals on the planet. Okay, there we go. As long as we can take care of them, we got to be good stewards. Good stewards of the earth and stuff like that. And I think for the most part, the majority of us here on this Blue Marble want that. So let's see what else. That was on WBNG. So let's see. Big Jew says, I'm sure they are big. Probably would destroy your house and then sleep in your bed. Yeah. Just look at those claws on those things. They're dangerous. Those are dangerous claws right there. Okay, what else we got on WBNG? Again, full disclosure, I have no affiliation with WBNG or any of these other news agencies that we're highlighting with their articles. And Binghamton Mines first walk for wellness looks to inspire healthy lifestyles. Let's go ahead and see what this one's about here. I'm going to be going out for a walk. Walk is a healthy way of a good way of staying healthy, and so let's see what this one's about.
Saturday, students from Binghamton University were joined by members of the public in an effort to promote mental well-being through physical activity. 12 News' Brian Melanson joins us in studio with more details on the first ever Walk for Wellness. Brian?
Thanks, Kyle. Binghamton Mines, or B Mines, came up with the idea for their wellness walk based on one simple principle: taking control of your mental well-being with food and exercise. A simple enough principle that some may overlook from time to time. B Mines' Walk for Wellness looks to inspire others to take action. Improving mental well-being through better eating and exercise. That was the goal behind B Mines' Walk for Wellness. Organizers Rania Khan and Caitlin Wasilenko tell 12 News that proper dieting and exercise is just as important as traditional medicines.
Majority of healthcare is based upon medications and prescriptions, but food can heal the body, the mind, the soul, all of it.
They say in their research they found a correlation between living a healthier lifestyle with a healthier mind and cognitive function.
Exercise, along with other healthy habits like eating breakfast and consuming protein sources, all of those actually really contributed to having a higher emotional intelligence.
Khan says that while many people want to improve their mental health, sometimes they fall short of taking action.
I think the best thing that you can do for yourself is to realize and understand that you have the power to take your own health into your own hands. Yeah.
The walk began with a quick Zumba session led by Wasilenko before the group did a lap around Otsoningo Park. Her hope is that events like these will inspire others into a lifetime of self-care and betterment.
Having walks like this are allowing us to help support our minds and get our bodies moving. I feel like all of us really just want to stay fit so we can play with our grandkids when we're older and run around with them and not feel like we're limited by our body's capabilities.
Well, you heard it here first: breakfast and exercise. That may explain why I feel so grumpy after I skip that bowl of Fruit Loops and don't make it to the gym. B Minds also tells me that home-cooked meals with lower processed ingredients can help your mental wellness most in the long run. Reporting in studio, Brian.
Okay, so they're walking for mental wellness and stuff like that, and if it helps, it helps. Good breakfast, and some people, there's some people that can't eat a good breakfast. They don't, yeah, for some reason. Everybody's system's different, so. But I think a majority of good breakfast. I got to get going with something, either a bowl of Cheerios or Honey Bunches or some peanut butter toast and a cup of coffee. Drink lots of water. Water is very important, folks. Keep hydrated throughout the day. I know I look back on my earlier days and I didn't drink enough water. I drank a lot of coffee and I drank a lot of soda back in my younger day, but that's okay. What's this one say? I'll have to read that later. Okay. Let's see here. And let's see, that was on Not mine. I eat pancakes and sausage right now. Okay, there you go. Enjoy. Yeah, that's as long as that's what gets you going. It keeps you, in a great frame of mind and stuff. My thing is wake up with a hashtag positive start today, hashtag PSTTD for mental wellness and stuff like that to try and stay positive throughout the day. Which there's crap's going to hit the fan sometime during the day or something like that, or maybe not today, maybe a couple down the road sometime. Okay, let's see what else we have on WBNG. Anything? I think that's it as far as that goes. Let's see, WAAL, that's the same as WNBF as far as the articles, so nothing there. Channel 34. And I'm not seeing anything. There's nothing really going on. WENY, 71st Annual Big Flax Community Day set for September 18th to the 20th. Let's go ahead and see what this one's about here. Bring this up. Oh, let me line it up here, folks. I'm lining this up in Big Flax Park. Let's go ahead and see what this one's about.
71st Annual Big Flats Community Days will take place September 18th through the 20th at Big Flats Community Park. Organizers say the 3-day event will feature longtime traditions, including a craft and vendor fair. Schools, churches, businesses, and families are also being encouraged to start planning their parade entries. The parade is scheduled for Saturday, September 20th at 5 p.m., and organizers say they'd like to see as much community participation as possible. You can find the full schedule of events for Community Days on WENY.com.
So the 71st Annual Big Flats Community Days for the community coming out, having fun. The summer's starting to get towards the end here. The official end of summer, unofficial end of summer was Labor Day, but we're still in summer until the 22nd of this month. That's when autumn begins. So you get what is it? You got the county fairs, and you have the annual festivals and stuff like that, and all that. So let's see. We got a pumpkin chucking contest. That's out there in Chemung County. Oh, there's no video on it, so maybe they might have a follow-up on that. Let's see. And that's it for WENY. They're live right now. Let's see. Channel 18. We have nothing going on there. Nothing. There's nothing. What happened to the weekend? It was a quiet weekend, I guess. Nothing on Penny Saver, KGB. Let's see. We have Big Juice says, "Thank God it was hot. It was hot this summer. I'm ready for snow. I'm not. I'll.
No, this type of weather's perfect.
Yeah, this is perfect weather right now, Captain Big Juice. I'm enjoying it. It's nice and cool now. We got through the hot season. We haven't used the AC in what?
3 weeks at least. 2 or 3 weeks.
I turned the mic off on that. I was able to catch myself. Thank you. Okay, let's see. So what else do we have on WENY here? No, I'm not seeing anything there. KGB. Youngblood, Steven Tyler and Joe Perry joined forces to honor Ozzy Osbourne. That's good. That's cool. Of course, you got Roger Walters of Pink Floyd. He's pissing on Osbourne's grave. So I say, piss off, Roger Walters. I still like Pink Floyd's music, but Roger Walters a dick. Did I say that? I guess I did. Oh, man. Too early for that. No, I wasn't too happy with that article, but you got some folks, Stephen Taylor, Joe Perry. Who's this guy? Yungblud? Blund? You ever hear of that?
I don't. Y-U-N-G.
Why?
Youngblood?
Yeah, Youngblood. Yungblud. I think it stands.
Youngblood.
Yeah. Have you heard of that singer?
I've heard the name, yeah.
Okay. But along with Stephen Taylor and Joe Perry are going to be honoring, joining forces to honor Ozzy Osbourne at the. They did it last night at the 2025 MTV Video Music Awards. That was last night. Music legends came together to honor late Ozzy Osbourne with a powerful tribute. Aerosmith, Steve Taylor, Joe Perry, alongside Youngblood and Extreme, performed a medley of Osbourne's iconic songs, including Crazy Train, Black Sabbath's Changes, and Mama, I'm Coming Home. The tribute began with a heartfelt video message from Osbourne's son, Jack, and his grandchildren. Jack expressed, "I know for sure it would make him incredibly happy to see these great musicians carry on his legacy." The family then echoed one of the Osbourne's famous phrase, "Let's go crazy." There we go. And Big Juice says, Ozzy Osbourne was a different character. He made some great hits, but I believe he was a good person. I think so too. But I think last week I presented an article from WKGB 92.5, that's Binghamton Rock. They had Roger Walters from Pink Floyd. He's pissing on his grave. He says he wasn't that great. He was a pretty, in so many words, calling Ozzy Osbourne a bum and stuff. And why do you do that when somebody passes away? You got some insecurities there, Roger Waters, or whatever your name is from Pink Floyd. So I wasn't too happy with that. So Roger Waters can piss off as far as I'm concerned. I liked Ozzy Osbourne. If you really listen to his lyrics, he's got some good stuff in his lyrics. I never really listened to his lyrics that closely, but he has some good sayings there. So we say God bless to Ozzy Osbourne and Godspeed as far as that goes. I like him. Roger Walters, I still like Pink Floyd music, okay? It's just like Bruce Springsteen. I don't really care for Bruce Springsteen, but he is a good musician, artist, and stuff like that. I don't like his other views. I agree to disagree with him. Nevermore. Buffalo's beat Buffalo. They're talking about it on Power 93.7 WBLK, the People Station up there in Buffalo, as well as 106.5 Buffalo Bills. They won, and we appreciate their perseverance in winning for the fans. And I think that's it, folks. Am I done early? No, we're close to 2 hours. Yeah, I got to wrap up here and stuff like that. So let's see. Hal Massa just came on, so he's over on. Huh? Who's that? Oh, you know what the roofers. Yeah, just the way he's stretching his neck is like, who's that? If you could see Murdoch, one of our cats, he's just like, he's way over there. He's craning his neck to look at who's over there. Who is it? Who is it?
It's a big animal.
Look at his face.
I know he's like, oh.
It's like,
If you bark, you'd bark, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if he was a dog, he's like looking like, who is that over there? All right, I guess we are at the end of the broadcast here. Again, I have a new live stream show over there. Here on Rumble, I guess it's Rumble only. It's called Hello America. Just go to Fireman Rich Broadcast on Rumble, and you'll see it there. I do have two pages. My main page is Fireman Rich, but the channel page is let's see. I guess Murdoch is coming up here. Okay, we're gonna see Murdoch come up. There's Murdoch. He's like, what's going on over there? What do you see over there, huh? He sees some strange people. He's like a watchdog. Did he growl at somebody?
He's growled before.
Yeah, I think he's got some dog in him. You're okay. You're a good boy. He's like sneaking up there. It's like, who's over there? Oh, they got one piece to fit up there? I guess the roofers are finishing up our neighbor's roof there. They did a pretty decent job. Very good job. Look at him. He's just studying. It's like, what are they doing over there? So where's that piece going to go? That's been our entertainment all last week, the neighbors' roofers. Okay, Big Juice, you have a good one too. And not if I see you first. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. He's like, he's all eyes. He's like, what the hell's going on over there? He's never been that.
Not very often. But
Yeah, not very often. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here and get our day started. And I want to say thank you very much for being here as far as that goes. And we'd like to thank coming into the broadcast this morning. What the hell? What happened there? Let's see. We want this. I want to say thank you to starting off this broadcast. I had it right there. There it is. I thank you, Tina, for being here. Come at the beginning of the show, along with Double J's. Thank you very much. Also coming in from an undisclosed location, Double J's is, and greatly appreciate that, Double J's. And you have a great day here as we work towards the weekend once again. And I want to say thank you to Tony D, who came into the broadcast. Thank you very much, my friend. You be safe down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. And thank you, Prime Knuckles 95, who was here from the Twitch side. Prime Knuckles was here, and he does have, or the person does have a profile. Double Jet says, "See you later. See ya. Take care. Catch you in the next." Yeah, we'll catch you in the next one there, Double J's. Thank you. And let's see. I gotta turn that one off. Prime Knuckles was here. We had Captain Rehab. Thank you, Captain Rehab, coming in from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Thank you, Captain Rehab, for being here. And we're going down the list. He was also on Twitch. Thank you, Deplorable, coming in on the Rumble side. Thank you very much. You have a great day out there in Northwest Pennsylvania, right across the border from Olean. And we had... what do we have? We had that was after that. We had Judge Shady Court. Judge Shady Court was here. Said hi to Judge Shady Court, and we subscribed to her broadcast on YouTube. Judge Shady Court over there on YouTube. Go ahead and give her a follow. I like her channel. It's very interesting. And Liberty 101 up there, the Buffalo Niagara area. Thank you very much, Liberty. Thank you and Deplorable for the flags, the Rumble flags. Greatly appreciate that. And of course, Big Juice was in the house. Big Juice, thank you very much for being here. And let's see, he says, go for a nice walk, Rich. Not too many days left before. No, I still walk during the wintertime. When it gets icebox cold, I don't. It's just like during the summertime. But we will be taking a walk today. Big Juice, thank you very much for being here. And who else did we have? I think that was it. Big Juice came up towards the end, and that's it for who was in the chat. I want to say thank you for the people that were watching the broadcast. I greatly appreciate that, as well as the people listening on Spotify for Creators. We're over there on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify. And you'll see what I post up there on Spotify for Creators. And I want to say thank you for the people that are watching on the replay. Greatly appreciate the replay views as well. So with that, I think that's it, folks. We are out of here, and you all have a great one. We'll be back Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Tioga Radio Show over there on Mixcloud. Just check out the at Fireman Rich page for the link. And I'll be posting it on a bunch of others, but that's my mainstay right there, at Fireman Rich on X, as far as that goes. You don't have to follow me. If you want to follow me, that's your choice. But if you want the links to where I'm at and stuff, that's where you want to go, because that's where I post them. So with that, Rich Roberts here on Rumble, at Fireman Rich, at Fireman Rich over there on X. And if you want to know where else I'm at, just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see where I'm at. You all have a great one wherever you may be. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. And thanks again. Ciao for now as we cruise on out of here. Our day started. You all have a great one. Thanks again, folks.